Photography is personal to me. It's it's something healing. It's an outlet. I photograph to express myself. I use it as a form of self-expression because I feel I'm not good at writing, and there are things inside my head, or there are things that I want to express, and I feel I can express that using photography as a medium. And I think most importantly, it still gives me the same joy that it used to give me before when I started out. And I just love taking pictures. I don't think I photograph for anyone else but myself. And I mean, even for commercial assignments or even for any other assignments that I take up, I still go thinking that I'm photographing for myself. I don't think I photograph for anyone else but myself.
So that's an interesting question. Why do I photograph, or why do we photograph? Well, to answer that very simply and in a straightforward fashion, first is because it's fun, because it's something which I love doing. Also, since I'm a professional, it's also my way of making a living. It's my way of making sure that I can pay my rent and I can run my house, and of course have enough money to be able to do all the other things I love doing with photography. So that's the, I would think, the simplistic reasons why I photograph. But more than that, I think what would be interesting is to try and understand that why do I photograph emotionally? Well, I really enjoy engaging with things around me, whether it's circumstances, whether it's situations, it could be streets, it could be bazaars, it could be people, it could be food. And for me, it's also very important to, when I engage with a particular subject, to be able to express myself about it. Other people probably write, they might write poetry, they might write a novel, they might paint even, or sing a song about it. For me, my means of expression really is photography. So anything I engage with in terms of subjects which I find interesting, which I love, which I even hate probably at times, I use photography as my means of expressing my view and my opinion about them. Which is not to say that my all my photographs have to have deep meaning or have to have opinions in them, but it uh, there are enough times, for instance, when I'm shooting with my mobile phone, it's just something which might be very elemental. Just something, a play of color, a play of light, just a texture which is very interesting, something which I've seen for the first time. For instance, in the last couple of years, I find myself actually zoning into something smaller, including things like leaves, just flowers, dewdrops, just shine on the glass of a car which I'm walking past. So things change. It's also photography, if you use that really as, in a way, a barometer of your emotions and your feelings and engagement. Uh, your engagement with photography and what you photograph, and very importantly how you photograph, also keeps changing and modifying itself and evolving. So, well, these are, I would think, in a very kind of non-specific way, the reason why I photograph. I don't want to get into what subjects or what things in exactly in terms of genres and things like that. But for me, photography today, after all these years, is as much a profession as it is a way of making meaning of the world and sharing my meaning of the world with people who I care to share it with. Whether it would be in terms of a one on one with a friend or someone in the family, or it could be my students, or it could be my client, or even if it's sharing on social media. All these have their own pluses and minuses, but I find the very act of photographing and sharing and communicating with photographs as a language very enriching. And I feel grateful for having had this in my life.
This recording. Hi Mahesh sir. I must really like you because this is like wildly uncomfortable for me. And if you'd asked me to shoot this on my iPhone, you would have probably gotten this video a lot sooner. So when you first asked me to record a video about why I started photography, I remember joking with you. I was like, even I don't know that anymore. It's the only skill I have, and it's all I do. And then you asked me to dig deeper, as usual, and I did, as usual. I think I do photography because my mind is visual crazy, and I need to let that shit out. Honestly, that's the honest answer. Um, when I first met you, I used to take myself very seriously. I don't know if you remember, but I wanted to be a photojournalist, and I came to you with this project, which was very unimpressive, and you told me it sucked. Honestly, it did. Um, I'm not that good with people. I have a lot of social anxiety. This video is making me sweat. Um, and I tend to hide behind my friends and my boyfriend and let them, you know. And so I came to you with all these like super wide shots about the story of a man I was trying to tell, and I don't even remember what it was about. I think it was about people being hedonistic in Goa or something. And you were like, listen, you gotta go closer, and maybe you gotta judge your subjects a little less. And I remember being very disappointed with that review because you basically told me, you were like, this is not for you. I don't think that you should do this kind of photography. I think that you feel a lot safer in a controlled environment. And I took that very seriously. I started shooting still lives, I started shooting your visualization assignment, and you know, I think I found my calling, honestly. And next thing I know, you were helping me apply to colleges in Italy, and I was doing fashion photography head on. And I think it came full circle because I was thinking about this recently, but when I was much younger, I would look at all these CD covers of like Britney Spears and see, you know, I wouldn't look at the girl, I'd be like, wow, I want to make a picture like that. And I remember having that thought when I was very young. And I think it just kind of tied in with what I really wanted to do. I'm not trying to say anything with my photography, it's nothing deep, honestly. I just want to make it nice. I just want it to look nice. And that's about it. And thank you for helping me and guiding me to find that. Okay, bye.